Hello, my fellow homeschoolers and my parenting friends. It's Miss Martita. I'm back. I took a few weeks off just to enjoy my summer and relax and stop stressing about what's going on the news. But, we're human, we're watching, we're trying to see what's going on just like everyone else. Um, but I know you all have a lot of decisions to make, and I wanted to come back and be very supportive with you along your journey. Um, and I've had some decisions I've had to make too. So if you look at some of my earlier videos, you know that I was saying we're going to switch it up a little bit for the 2020-2021 school year. And here we are, the week of the switch up. So we haven't completely started back to school yet. And I know a lot of you all are still trying to figure out, are you going to just do straight homeschooling? Are you going to take the school's virtual option? Are you just going to send the children back to school? And I understand that people have to work and you have to make the decision. And I will say this, whatever decision that you decide to make, please don't feel judged by your peers, your family members, or anyone in the neighborhood or whoever, because that is your family's decision and you are the parent. And if you've put some thought and prayer into what it is that you need to do that's best for your situation, then I applaud you. And the naysayers will always be there. You do what's best for you. And on that note, so I wanted to let you know that what we're doing this year is a little bit different. So I have the twins who are entering into the 9th grade. The oldest twin is going to do, it's called like a tandem program, and they do high school and college at the same time. So that's the oldest twin. The youngest twin, and I have to make that difference because they are 1 minute apart and they make the big difference. So we have to make sure that one is older by 1 minute and then the younger twin. Okay, so the younger twin is going to boarding school and he will be going out of state. So that's it was a really big decision that our family had to make. And we felt that it was best because he's been an advanced learner pretty much since he hit the planet. Uh, so, in your homeschooling journey, you have to know when it's time to seek outside sources. You also have to know when you probably have taken your student as far as your resources can take them, and you have to do something else. The catchphrase or the key word for 2020 is pivot. So you have to pivot into another phase of the home school or the home education or your child's educational plan, because all children need an education plan, whether it's just to send them straight to public school and whatever happens, or you're going to send them to private school, whatever happens, or you're going to send them to, a trade school, boarding school, what have you. You have to make that decision for your child, and it has to be something in place, some kind of plan. But 2020 came in and just blew all the plans out of the water. However, we were thinking about doing the boarding school now for some time. And this week, he goes off to boarding school. So I'm going to document the journey. I'm going to try not to cry. And but my daughter, we will move on to my daughter. My daughter is still homeschooling through her co-op, and she is entering into middle school. So I'm approaching the high school years and the middle school years. So I just came out of the elementary years and the middle school years with my twins. Well, with my daughter and then my twins. But like I said, I've been homeschooling now for 9 years. And, each year there's something a little different. And sometimes homeschooling can be an isolating type of situation. It doesn't have to be. I always encourage people to connect with other parents or connect with a homeschool co-op or create your own co-op and, work with each other, possibly use each other's resources. It's a lot of decisions that have to be made when you're going along the homeschool journey. Some people have contacted me this week. They want to know what should they do as far as putting their child back in school. And that's a decision that you have to make. But these are some options that you may want to consider. If you want to deal with the hoops and the rings and everything that the school is going to put you through, then you stay with the school and you do the virtual option. But if you don't want to jump through the rings and the hoops with the school, then you have every right to withdraw your child from school. You have to make a homeschool declaration, check with your the state laws. And I have everything laid out in a book that I have called the Homeschool Choice, and you can find that on the homeschoolchoice.net. But the biggest thing that I want you to remember is check with your state laws first. But you can pull your child out of school and just, as we call it, straight up homeschool. You don't have to be online all day. You don't have to, do all these things that is frustrating to the parents. I've been recommending to some parents, if you just want to do this for this year or until this coronavirus is out of the atmosphere, there's something called Easy Peasy Homeschool. It's everything all in one. They give you pretty much day by day, step by step, plan by plan, so that you can homeschool your child. And I think with everyone, this is all new to everyone. I think that might be the best option for some people. Now, you can go through the trouble of trying to find the curriculum, and you can do Khan Academy. You can do all of that. You can put your own curriculum together. But if you don't want to be frustrated during this moment of frustration, and you've been pushed into this decision for homeschooling, and it wasn't really necessarily a choice that you have been thinking about for some while, I do recommend Easy Peasy Homeschool. And I think it's allinone.com. And go to my book as well, the homeschoolchoice.net. It's in the shop. And I tell you pretty much step by step what you need to do in order to homeschool your children. But once again, I don't want you parents to feel pressured to do anything that anyone on the internet says to do, anyone in your family, myself included. I'm just offering suggestions. You have to make the choice. If you have to work and you want to sign up for one of these homeschool in the neighborhoods, I would thoroughly do my research, because if they're charging you to go online, or they're charging you while you're at work, and all they're doing is going online in the online option, they're not homeschooling your child either. And I do want to be very vocal about that. And like I said, I know that people have to go to work, but please do your research. Just because someone opened up their home and says, hey, I'm homeschooling, they're basically just babysitting your kid, and your child is online, something that you too can do for free or whatever the option may be. I would check into that, and not a negative slant. I just want you all to know that all homeschools are not created equal, and you just want to do what's best for your child. And like I said, I have decisions that I've been making as well. And we all have to, we have to do what's best for us. But I would definitely do my homework, do my research, do a lot of praying. In my very first video, I said you're going to have to pray in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, because homeschooling is a very, it's a call, and it's a very personal type of decision that you will make for your children, and you want to do what's right by them. You want to make sure that they're secure in their future. And something else that you may want to consider is some type of activity for them so that they're not just cooped up in the house. You may want to see if there's some safe programs that the children can do. Maybe I know we have a tennis. My children play tennis. So the tennis courts, they're doing some things where, the children don't have to be clumped together. Safe social distancing types of activities for the children, because, we're concerned about their health, but we're also concerned about their mental health as well. So that's pretty much all that I have. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell for the notifications so that you can get my next videos. And now that we're pretty much in the back to school season, you'll see more of me with more advice. And I have a blog, and it is also called the homeschoolchoice.net. So you will find a lot of information. I'm starting to do my videos, and I'm starting to upload information in the blog. And I'm not just catering this to homeschool moms, because there are homeschool dads out there too. So I just want to be a support system, or part of your support system along the homeschool journey. A lot of you wanted to homeschool. This is your opportunity. And, some people are frustrated, but I do want to let you know that when we were having a lot of school violence, mass shootings, we all said we were praying. A lot of people didn't want our thoughts and prayers, but possibly coronavirus is part of the prayer. God doesn't always answer our prayers the way we want him to answer them, but when he answers them, they're right on time. There hasn't been one school shooting this year. And for that, I'm grateful. And if that means that all the children have to homeschool to save the children's lives, then oh well, then we just have to homeschool to save their lives. So think about that when you get on your rant and complaining about the children being at home and the teachers don't want to work. I don't blame the teachers. I wouldn't be in the classroom either. This would probably be the year that I would quit if I was in the classroom. I would either quit or pivot into something else. I would start my own school, or I would retire. It would be one of the three, because that's just the type of person that I am. So, in the bad, there is some good. And make sure you're washing your hands and wearing your mask and social distance. Just because it hasn't hit you or someone that you know doesn't mean that this virus isn't out here taking people's lives. So I want you to practice all your social distancing and be a good citizen, in that we're trying to slow this virus down and flatten the curve. So that's enough of my rant, but I do want to encourage you to make the best decisions for your family. And I'm Miss Martita, and I'll see you all out here in these homeschool streets. And I'll be making sure to touch bases with you more often, and to keep you posted on our boarding school journey, because it's already starting to get interesting. But I would just subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification so that you can get more information about this journey that we're all on together, because we're in this together. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.